Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about emergency response for Yarraba and my design solution. First, let's look at the issue. Yarraba faced a serious flood risk. Normal flash flood occur every 2 to 3 years. What's more, Yarraba is far from the nearest city, which means during emergencies, especially flash flood, the community cannot rely on government help. Given these conditions means we need considering the diverse demographic of Yarraba, particularly the elderly, people with disabilities, children. This group are the most valuable and require extra protection during disaster. Now the existing community center in Yarraba provides basic gathering and service function, and Yarraba has an incredible rich cultural heritage, its own language, traditional dance, songlines, and generations of wisdom about coping with floods. Unfortunately, this knowledge isn't properly valued and protected. The community lacks a central place to store, showcase, and pass on its heritage. So my final design response is to build a community center and it can convert into a shelter in case of flooding. Theoretic framework and methods I applied include deep listening theory, planning to listen deeply to community voice, understanding their fears and hopes, especially regarding floods and cultural preservation, co-design framework, working with the community to develop the basic structure while leaving flexibility for local input. Yangming methods, using informal storytelling to gather cultural knowledge and flood memories in a respectful way. I choose the site location next to the existing museum in the center of Yarraba. This location is close to key facility and these nearby groups will need quickly access to the shelter. Design precedent inspiration is Alejandro half of a good house. In his project, the government built half of the house while leaving the other half empty for local to expand it based on their needs, culture, and resources. This approach respects community, so I use a similar principle, building the strong flood-resistant core of the center and leaving flexibility area for the community to design themselves. Concept development of my building is raised to prevent flood from entering. To address energy shortage, solar panels will be installed, and the slope roof will collect rainwater for filtering. A long ramp ensures everyone can access the center, and also the flexible place for local people to design is here, and they can do anything on it. The lower structure uses concrete piers to resist water damage, while the main structure is lightweight steel, strong and easy to transport. And the material of the wall need to be waterproof, lightweight, and easy to transport and install, suitable for use in flooded area. So I use PU panels, GRC cement board, and the local wood to be the facade of the building. Here are some of my renderings, and I have sketched my vision of how Yarraba people might use this space, such as holding cultural exhibitions, performing traditional dance, and sharing stories. About the internal design, there's an interactive projection wall plays video on culture and language, and includes the interactive installation that guide people through local dance. Next, the memory storage area holds digital screens that preserve residents' wisdom and memories about floods. This knowledge collected using deep listening theory and Yangming methods, ensuring the wisdom is passed on. The cultural world displaying Yarraba's unique heritage, helping to strengthen community identity. There is also a memory recording room on the first floor, where disaster experience and cultural story can be recorded for future generations. An information wall posting the latest local news and politics to keep residents informed. And a community exchange space where people can meet, socialize, and learn local language and dance. Finally, in my simulated flood environment, the building is elevated so that flood water cannot enter. All entrances are sheltered under wide eaves, protecting people from the rain as they moved inside. In my design, the community center will be integrated into the Yarraba community for a long time, continue to store and inherit memories, becoming a cultural hub passed down from generation to generation. At the same time, it will also become a shelter that saves lives when future floods coming. Thank you.